Hey everyone, back again with another film analysis, this time of the Knicks vs Pacers. This was a much better game both offensively and defensively, so excited to break it down. Enjoy. So here's the first defensive possession. It's going to be a pick and roll with Miles Turner putting Cat in the coverage with Mikal. The first thing you're going to notice is Mikal's going to go over the screen, and he's going to do a much better job of going over the screen, so he stays close to Halliburton's body. The second thing is Cat's playing at the level right here, but this coverage, he's going to hard double. And like we talked about in the last one, he doesn't let Halliburton get outside of his frame, forcing Halliburton to pass the ball back instead of going around. And then the help is closer here. So after this pass is made, you're going to see Brunson rotate, OG rotate, and Hart rotate. OG and Hart stay in the passing lanes until the pass is made. Good waiting for the rotations, and then finally good rotating to cover the defender. So same thing on this possession. Cat's at the level, they're going to hard double. Cat doesn't let Halliburton get outside his frame. Brunson tags Miles Turner, recovers, and then Cat rotates back, and there's no advantage here. Here's another Cat defensive coverage. In this possession, he's going to be playing in drop coverage, much like the Celtics game. Except in this possession, you see Mikal actually fights over the screen and then wins. So he's going to stay on Halliburton, there's no advantage created, everyone gets to stay home, and Cat can recover out to Miles Turner in this situation. So here, Halliburton dribbles, gets another rescreen, and then look at Mikal fight over this again. So just really good effort by Mikal as a point of attack defender, which also helps with Cat and coverage. And one more, even though Mikal does well fighting over the screen, he gets beat a little. Look at Cat directing him. Hey, go peel off and go get Miles Turner. Hart is probably a little too deep in this hole, but overall this is a fine possession. And then Turner hits it, but Mikal's there to contest. So the solution to our defense isn't going to be that Cat becomes an out-of-this-world defender. The solution is that everyone else protects Cat. So in this possession here, you see Cat doubles, so he's going to be out of position. Then you have Mikal, Jalen Brunson, and OG on the weak side. We paid 5 first-round picks for Mikal and his elite defense. We paid OG $213 million for his elite defense. This is where that matters. When you're rotating, when you're getting him up, look at OG having to cover 2 people. So this is where we can really win defensively, even when Cat's out of position, and we have to give Cat some time to recover to his man. In the Celtics video, we talked about guard-guard switching and how communication was a real problem. Watch here, it looks so much more clean. Mikal, OG, they just hand off their defenders to each other, and then you're going to see it one more time as Nembhard comes up to get the screen. So Josh motions, switch, Mikal stays on, Josh stays on, and it's a seamless recovery. So just a lot better than what we saw in the Boston game. Here's one more. This is like early offense-ish. Nembhard's clearly pushing the ball. Siakam sets a high screen, and then OG and Hart seamlessly switch. And then OG just stays with Nembhard. So here's a guard-guard switch where it's still very, very good because Mikal and OG are elite defenders, but there's a little bit of a miscommunication. So it's a little bit delayed because Mikal's trying to fight over this, and OG's going to immediately switch. In this situation, you can see that Siakam actually has Mikal on the high side. So he can actually cut straight to the basket, and this is going to be wide open and a lot of space. Luckily, Siakam here spaces out and then doesn't cut, so we get to rotate back, and then no advantage is created. Most likely, if Siakam actually cut inside instead, this would have been an easy basket. So just showing the Celtics play where Mikal gets caught on the high side, and this is what it could look like. Moving to the offensive side of the ball, here's a Cat Brunson pick and roll. So we ran this much more frequently than we did in the Celtics game, where we only ran this action twice. So here, you're going to see Miles Turner hard double. They're going to try to trap Brunson here. But as we saw with the Cat clips, where Cat doesn't let Halliburton get outside his frame, Turner here lets Brunson beat him outside his frame, which results in an easy Cat roll, an easy pass, and then a foul here. Here's another high pick and roll. When you have this much space given to Brunson, it's really hard to contain him. Here, he just splits right down the middle, has a lot of space to work. Hart has a good cut here, gets the offensive rebound and put back. Here's Brunson again. He's going to get a high step-up screen from Cat. And in this situation, he's just going to reject the screen, which Brunson loves to do. You can see Turner and Naismith just cheating a little bit. And then Brunson has a lot of space coming down to operate. See a good cut from Josh Hart, which opens the lane for a campaign 3. And this is the play of the night. So he's going to get another screen from Cat. In this situation, he's going to drop his level really, really quickly. So Naismith's kind of off guard here. He's going to stand up, and this is just change of speed. This in and out dribble to reject the screen here. What a great move by Brunson. So I'm going to play this again, and you're just going to see the amount of space Brunson, even after this phenomenal move, has to operate. So look how clean this paint is. And the reason this paint is so wide open is the gravity of Cat. Cat's pulling Turner out of the paint here. Turner can't cheat in his help because he has to worry about this Cat pop, which gives Brunson this easy lane to the basket. So this is the last action out of the Cat screen. It's going to be a pick and pop. You can see Turner help on this Brunson drive. Siakam's also cheating into the paint to help as well. And this just shows how scary Brunson is coming downhill as a creator and a finisher, that they're going to demand two people to help out on this drive. Honestly, if I'm the Pacers, I probably have Turner stay home. You can send the help from Siakam, but I send the help on Josh Hart's man here with Halliburton and have him step in and see if Hart can hit this shot, which this game he's shown he can hit. So for us, Hart's going to have to continue to be aggressive. In this play, when you don't help off Hart and instead you help off Cat, that's just going to be an easy three every time. So this was Mikal's night to show out, but I also want to highlight some of the OG's highlights where he's creating as well. Here's a two-man game with Cat where he gets switched on a mismatch and just takes advantage by being aggressive. And then he's going to do the same on the next possession. I'm going to break down the next possession a little bit further later, but just wanted to show OG being very aggressive going downhill here and just finishing through contact. And here's the star of the night. Here's Mikal being a playmaker and a creator. So first, you're just going to get this screen from Jericho Sims in an empty corner. And we talked about the empty corner in the rookies video, but basically what makes the empty corner hard to defend is the help has to come from the low man, Obi Toppin here, who's defending Campaign, who's going to be far away. So Campaign here could be in the corner just to make the spacing a little bit better. But OG's really open here because TJ McConnell has to defend two players, right? He has to defend Campaign and he has to defend OG. Mikal sees this, finds the player, and makes a good pass here, which we want to see. If TJ McConnell was higher in this defensive assignment, OG could cut, like we saw in the rookies video with Dadier, and force TJ to make a decision. That would either leave Campaign open for the three or OG open for the cut. In this situation, TJ's not playing the best defense here, so OG's wide open. Mikal finds him, and there's a wide open three. Here's just two more plays of Mikal being aggressive. Here's a wide early action. Mikal's just going to get this ball going downhill, hit a nice midi pull-up. So just good offense here, being a play creator. Same here, he's just going to get a two-man game with Jericho Sims. He's going to snake around the screen and then take a hard dribble here, frees him up for a wide open floater. So it's good to see him create. Lastly, I just want to touch on that action we saw in the OG creation clip. The reason I really like this set with Josh Hart bringing up the ball is we get to start our offense with a lot more time on the clock. So when Josh Hart brings it up, we started around 18, 19, 20 seconds on the shot clock, as opposed to when Brunson brings it up, where we start with about 16 seconds on the shot clock. The reason this happens is because teams are full court pressing Brunson for the entirety of the game. So a lot of times he turns 3 or 4 times before he crosses half court, and we start our sets with much less time on the shot clock. So breaking down this play, it's going to start in a Horns formation with Cat and Brunson at the elbows. Typically, Cat's going to go set the screen, and Brunson's just going to Iverson cut to the weak side slot. From the slot, a lot of things can happen. He can get a double screen from Cat and from Hart, and then he can play off there. He can go into the dribble handoff with the corner, which is what we saw in the OG creation video. In this possession, Brunson's actually going to reject this Cat screen and go up to get the ball from Hart. Here, it's going to be a 5-out spacing where he can just play this two-man game with Cat in a lot of space, which is what we're going to see in this play. Brunson's going to reject the screen, get the ball up high for a high spread pick and roll with Cat, and then just beat Nembhard off the dribble for an easy floater. And here's the OG play again. So Horns formation, Brunson's going to Iverson cut off the screen from Sims into a dribble handoff with OG, who aggressively attacks downhill. So this play in the first half was run 3 times with Brunson and Hart, and in those 3 possessions, we generated 7 points from it. So obviously it's a small sample, but I really like the set where Hart's bringing up the ball, we're initiating our offense much faster, and we're getting the ball into Brunson's hands in motion with more time on the shot clock. So yeah, that's the film breakdown of Knicks Pacers. We looked a lot better this game than against the Celtics, both offensively and defensively. We were able to protect Cat better, communicate better, rotate better. Offensively, we were able to get into our sets more effectively and run more with Cat and Brunson, which I'm hoping to see more of as the season progresses. But yeah, this team still is just new playing together, so excited to see how we grow and what's to come.